Yo, check this out, man. This is Mikey-ice TV, and I got my boy Tells. Everybody knows who he is. Cyber Yoga. He's a longtime friend of mine's, though. And I feel like it's important, in these days and times, for him to tell his story because his story is legendary to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Tell. So let's start with your early history, though, bro. Like, when did you first started breaking, and what inspired you?
Early history. So when I was younger, my mom and dad didn't have money to put me into martial arts. I was really into like martial arts films, like ninja films and stuff like that. And I really wanted to get into doing that. But then I found breaking, b-boy, breakdancing, and I think the first movie I saw was Breaking, and then I saw Beat Street.
What year was that?
Man, I can't recall, man. But you know what? I
Because
was a little
breaking came
kid.
out in '84.
84. Yeah, so I was a little kid. I don't remember, but you know what? I knew the first time I saw that movie, Breaking and Beat Street, I was like, this is what I want to do. So somehow, some way, through law of attraction, synchronicity, I found Breaking. So this is when I moved to Orange County,
Where
and I
did you
met
live
up.
before Orange County?
I'm sorry.
Where did you live before Orange County?
Before Orange County, I was living in Los Angeles, California,
Okay.
and then I grew up in San Gabriel Valley, so like La Fuente, West Covina, that
Mm.
area. Those are the high school days. So back then, I was more into like house dancing, flipping in the fields with the homies,
Right.
and of course, all my homies were bangers and stuff like that. So I knew like that lifestyle was not good for me as far as banging and cripping and stuff like that. So I had to leave that, and thank God, b-boying came into my life, and I found that, and that was like my salvation. And it wasn't until I had moved to Orange County and met up with Energetic and Little Rock and Kuski and all these guys at New Wine Church, as well as Easy Rock in Asia. And I knew that that was where I just needed to be, and that was like my salvation.
That's dope, man. So with that being said, too, like, I want to jump into like, get into like the dynamics of like breaking though, bro. Like, how do you feel about the evolution of breaking that it was like we're going back maybe let's say like 98 to where we at like right now or even 99, just the way that people like get into things though, like what is your take upon that?
Excellent question. So I feel like breaking from my generation, 98, 99, 96, that era, was more of like everybody had their likeness and their true, authentic expression. Versus now, the skill level is really high, but everybody looks the same, and so nobody has a signature style that like right away. Yo, that's Remind, that's Crumbs, that's Little Rock, or that's Tails, or that's Mikey-ice from Vietnam. You would know right away. Right away, by the top rock and the signature and the silhouette, it's like you would know right away. And I feel like it's really dope, where things are now, but I just feel like the scene lacks integrity behind um, individual characters. Like, it's like nobody's really dancing for themselves, and they're dancing, to appease the judges or to appease the scene. I say just follow your heart and dance the way that you want to dance. It's like nobody, nobody, can tell me how I'm supposed to dance. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the way I think is the way I think. So nobody can tell me how I'm supposed to dance. You know what I'm saying? It's my purpose. It's my mission. It's what I love, and nobody can take that from me. So I feel like a lot of b-boys feel pressured, to dance a certain way, and kind of stay away from like the evolution of the art. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the dancing has to like evolve or like there's so many levels, and I feel like it's still street. Of course, it comes from the street, but I feel like it has to evolve a certain way as far as business, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you handle business, everything. Um, but it's just my perspective and it's how I feel. Either way, I'm still gonna be involved in the scene because I love it. It's my family. I've been in 20 plus years, so it's a blessing. But that's just those are my just my thoughts and takes on
Right,
it.
right. Another question I've noticed though, bro, since we're like in the social media era, I've noticed there's been like a lot of hate like in breaking though, bro. Like how do you feel about that? Like everybody's fighting each other though.
Yeah. Uh,
Why do you think it's like that? To be honest with you,
that's a really good question, man.
that's why I'm hitting you. That's why I'm
Like
asking
I
you.
feel like for me, uh, the reason why I break and the reason why I've been dedicated to this art for half my life is because it's where I can go to vent. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I'm having a bad day, or I grew up in a broken home, so like things
Mm.
weren't always great for me. But I know that breaking was always there for me. You know what I'm saying? It was never gonna abuse me or hit me or talk down to me. Breaking has always been there for me. So I feel like it's sad and it sounded kind of like unfortunate, that b-boys have to fight over dancing. You know what I'm saying? Dancing should be your outlet. um, yes, I feel like it's really unfortunate, and I feel like that should be a place where you can go and vent, and express yourself, and you gotta get vent.
True, true. All right, all right. I think that was a good answer though, Tails. To be honest, I just throw it out there because I see it a lot though. I get on there and like somebody will write something and I see the same b-boys fighting since Facebook's been around since like 2009. It's almost like when you see a dog keep chasing his tail, you
Yeah.
know?
What are some of the subjects that you noticed that b-boys are fighting about? Like, what is it?
Um, I noticed basically about it's about the Olympics today, about the Olympics. What's your opinion about that?
I think it's a great thing. I think it's great. Like, I feel that the b-boying should be in the Olympics because for me, it's the highest and most advanced dance form. And so, if you can find a way to fine tune and make sure the credible judges are there, and the systems are put in place and it works out for everybody, why not? Like, I feel like we work so hard to get to the point in our evolution and our dancing. Why not get paid for it? And I feel like it's a great thing. And um, of course, it comes from the streets, but you know what? Like I said, you can take it from the streets to the stage and then to the amphitheater. Why not?
Real
Why not
true.
get paid for it? So I'm all for it if everything is fine tuned. Like I said, all the credible judges, people that pay dues, you know what? They should definitely have a part and a say and get compensated for their time and effort as far as contributing to the scene.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Tell, so like when did me and you come across each other though? Do you remember in your memory like when we
Oh
first
my
met?
God. I remember meeting you when we did a road trip up to the Bay. It was me and Jedek. We went to Best of the Best, I think it was.
It was the best of the
It was
best.
Best of the Best,
98.
98, and I met you, Nam, and was Flexum, and it was another dude. And I remember just meeting you, and like you was a really chill dude, really, really dope. You was hip hop, just this, math flavor, really dope, man. Uh, yeah, that time was really important because I remember we always looked up to the Bay because the Bay had, Star Elements, Renegades,
Jazzy.
Jazzy J, all these amazing b-boys, and they're really advanced for that time. So, for me and Jeddick and Rock and everybody, and Stunts, I believe it was too,
Yeah, Stunts was there.
to go and roll up to the Bay and then into the competition was a blessing. So it was really dope for us to really experience that.
I remember you entered with Wise Nine.
Wise Nine, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
Wise Nine, rest in peace, man.
Right,
Good
right.
kid, good guy, man. Like got him. Unfortunately, got into the bad things, but rest in peace, Wise Nine.
Another question though, man, like how do you feel ever since or basically Tyrell Martinez though, when he passed away though, bro, like how did that affect you though, man? Cause it still affects me today when I think about it.
I can honestly say, dude, that Tyrell, of course, you and some other people, always showed love for what I was doing with Cyber Yoga. He was always about the progression and the evolution and the futurist mindset of breaking. So he was always about pushing the boundaries and always thinking next level. And what I can say about him, he was a really stand-up dude, and he always appreciated what I've done, and he's always showed love and support, and he's always done things for the scene. And I feel like he didn't get enough credit for what he's contributed. Um,
Killing it at
Killing
Radiotrons.
at Radiotron, the pioneer of the flare of reversible, both ways, flares and skates. He was really a pioneer at his time, and I feel like he didn't get enough credit for his contributions to the scene. Um, when I found out I had passed away, it really hurt, because me and you, we're going back and forth. Hey, how's Sonny doing?
Yeah.
You told me that he was in the hospital. And I wish I would have had time to go up there, to see him. So this is why I really make it a point to make sure that you visit your friends and family and homies, while they're around, because you'll never know when somebody's going to pass. So you should always embrace that person while they're around, show them love, show them support, visit, hang out, and appreciate them while they're around and not when they're dead and and you know what? Of course, for me it's really hard to still deal with Tiny's death because he was a good friend. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Right.
Stand up dude.
All
Rest in
right,
peace,
Tails.
brother.
Yeah. I want to throw another one in here though, man.
Please ask me all day. I got
Okay.
you.
I want to say because this is not no diss to like whatever the corporation of Red Bull, but I feel like people don't really tell the truth. Like really, what's behind Red Bull? When I say they don't really tell the truth behind what's Red Bull, it's like, bro, when you're drinking them energy drinks on a consistent level, you got to think like 5 years from now, 10 years from
Excellent
now,
question.
and on top of that, what it does that the B-boy don't want to talk about, that shit gives you heart disease, high blood pressure, hypertension, and almost cancer. Like, how do you feel about that? The importance of dancers and our health today. To think you want to be around 20 years from now, bro. You don't want to
Yeah.
drink that shit and like you dance for 5 years and your doctor diagnosed you with sugar diabetes.
Yeah. Man, this is really touching, man. Uh, Number one, I think it's great that Red Bull is creating a platform and a scene for dancers and b-boys. I appreciate that. I acknowledge that. But at the same time, b-boys are the most advanced dancers on the planet, in my opinion. And I feel like what we do with our bodies, we have to take care of it. And I feel like if you put this poison in our body, uh, you're compromising your body and your system and your future over something in the present. And I don't think it's worth it. And unfortunately, compensation is involved because b-boys are kind of forced to take on a sponsorship from Red Bull because it's paying more. B-boys don't know, other ways to like monetize, what they're doing. So I feel like if there's systems in place for b-boys to monetize their dancing and their careers and get compensated um, gratefully, then b-boys wouldn't have to resort to all of these other sponsors and drinks and then drink the drink and say, hey, you know what, I represent this product, but it's killing you inside and out. So I'm kind of torn. I don't agree with them drinking this drink, but at the end of the day, you know what, it's their choice, and I just feel in which that there were more healthier alternatives and sponsors with money to sponsor b-boys and to create platforms for them to make a successful living to provide for their homes and their families. So I'm kind of torn. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. But I know that Red Bull is down the line. It's just not good for the body. If you actually read the ingredients, it's like liquid metal. It's basically what you're drinking. So you drink that every day for 5 years, 10 years. What do you think is going to happen? So
It's
it's
not gonna be looking good to tell you the truth.
and we're not around forever. It's like the body ages, and it's like if you're not taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually on those levels, and you just compromise your body with drinking these chemical drinks, you know what you're doing. So
True, true.
you're definitely gonna pay the price for that.
Right. All right, Tails. I'm gonna wind this down with one more question though, bro. Like
Shoot.
advice to future b-boys in the future or people that's watching this. How can you really financially take care of yourself though, bro? If you want to like do other things, do you think that breaking can sustain you though, or do you think that there needs to be other outlets that you can financially take care of yourself so you won't be sleeping on different people's couches or not having a stable place to have a roof over yourself, basically almost being homeless?
Excellent question. I feel that if you have a purpose and you passion and you, sorry, if you have a purpose and a passion, and you pursue it, I think that you can manifest whatever you want into reality if you're really focused and you're really driven. But it has to be something that you're consistent about. As long as it's positive and you're driven, you can set up a business for a dancing school. You can always find sponsorships. We can, social media. That's what I specialize in, social media. I had a vision and a dream. I wanted to create a scene for my own vision on social media, and it's happened. So if I can do it, anybody else can do it. But most importantly, follow your passion. Um, you can dance and do what you want, but if you specialize in different fields, you can always do that to compensate for what you're doing in dancing. Yeah, so just to say, just what, follow your passion, be consistent, study, educate, be men, grow up, not be boys, but be men, or dancers, whatever you call it. But just strive for excellence, in everything that you're doing, and stay educated. Learn from others that have succeeded in those fields, and just keep the scene going, man. Just follow your passion, follow your heart, follow your love, and things will fall into place. And you can't forget the Almighty God.
Oh man. All
Can't
right, all
forget.
right.
People always tend to forget that, man. But if it wasn't for the Creator, you know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be here.
True.
So give praise to God and follow
You
your
want?
heart, man.
All right, Tails, man. Do you want to give a shout out before we go?